What do I say?
Just something like, "Hey, everybody, welcome to Playing
Hello,
Favorites. I'm
everyone.
Luke. This
welcome
is Harry."
to the podcast.
No, well, assuming you're keeping the opening gag going, you say, "My favorite color is a horse, and my favorite animal
My favorite color is taupe.
Yeah, sure.
My favorite animal is taupe.
Oh god, you've said it twice. It's pronounced taupe.
Taupe.
If you'd said it once, I would have let you go away with it.
Taupe.
My favorite color.
Taupe.
Fucking send it. Just fucking go.
Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. It's me, Luke, joined by my good friend Harry. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
You're laughing.
Keep going. Keep your.
I had the intro
Keep
now.
going.
We've been here for 30 minutes.
Just keep going. Just fuck it. Just we'll roll with it. It's in the podcast now.
My favorite color is taupe.
It's taupe.
My favorite animal is.
Yep.
I didn't come up with one.
Just say anything.
Giraffe.
Giraffe.
And my favorite co-host is a piece of shit.
Okay, thank God. Well, okay, thank God he can be here today. Then instead, you've got me. Hey, everybody, it's Harry here. We're here to talk about biscuits, and I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for it. Because boy, oh boy, I mean, I've got my favourite lockdown.
Because we're very clearly ready.
Oh, we just. Yeah, no, I've got my favourite. Luke's got his favourite. I mean, yesterday, Luke, we were talking about, some very sort of meta sense, the podcast and today's topic. We didn't discuss, obviously, no specifics or anything. And you said you were very close to changing your favourite. Moments.
Oh yeah. Moments before we were. I honestly, there is a solid chance that I'll change my favorite mid-episode.
It could happen. I don't think it's happened before, right?
During our discussion, I might just be like, you know what, fuck it.
Maybe, and that is a possibility. That's how it goes.
I've decided Rich Tea is my favorite.
Oh, so, there you go. Take notes, everyone. Rich Tea isn't his favorite.
It's definitely not my favorite, but we'll get to that later. First off, we need to talk the way that we always must start these topics.
Yep.
And it's kind of a defining factor at this point, is we need to discuss what the fuck is a biscuit.
I mean, isn't that the question?
Which, for our American audience, is a much more difficult question.
Yeah, we may get slightly different answers on this one. I mean, I actually don't know the sort of, I want to say scientific definition of a biscuit. I don't know if that exists. Mm-hmm. But...
Well, there is actually one.
Really? What is that?
Well, there is one, at least to some extent. It's actually for tax reasons.
Oh, okay, it's one of those. Right.
Yeah, so a biscuit is, I think, defined as a baked product that goes soft as it goes stale.
Ah, yes, okay. And then, because there's that whole Jaffa cake thing, which I'm sure we'll get on to.
Which, yeah.
Because Jaffa cakes go hard when they go stale.
Yes.
Which makes them a cake, not a biscuit.
They are a cake, not a biscuit.
I see. I mean, I've pulled up the Wikipedia page for biscuit.
I already know Jaffa cake is on there.
Oh, okay. Well, there's one which is list of cookies. This is very confusing, Wikipedia, and I'm quite disappointed. There's a list of cookies, which is a big list of biscuits, and then there's the Wikipedia page for biscuit. And so I don't know. It's got a little picture there of what looks to be some kind of scone and a couple of bourbons.
Yeah, an American biscuit is much like our scones, but they're savoury. Not that a scone can't be savoury.
Yeah.
You know what's also really annoying?
What?
Is biscuits are scones.
Yeah.
But scones are also scones.
Okay, yeah, there's multiple layers here of confusion.
And
yeah, well, I don't know what the American definition, because that would imply that the American definition for a biscuit is different.
It's a small, soft leavened bread.
A small... Okay.
Soft leavened bread, yeah.
Could you tell me what the word leavened means?
Absolutely, Harry. I could tell you that. I could tell you that with great ease. It actually means bread that has been risen by adding leaven.
Ah, I see. Well, good job. I've quickly found the definition for the word unleavened, which says of bread made without yeast or other raising agent.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's stuff that doesn't rise.
But these do rise.
These do rise, so I don't know, man.
No, they are leavened. They are leavened. They're small, soft, leavened bread.
Ah, I see. Okay, and I'm on the Wikipedia for biscuit, which says outside North America, the biscuit is typically hard, flat, and unleavened.
Unleavened.
Okay, yeah, I see. That makes sense. Well, in that case, we should specify that for all of our international listeners, we're going by the UK definition of biscuit. So it goes soft when it goes off. And I think that's pretty much the only thing we've got to go by.
Which is also known as a cookie. But for us, a cookie is a specific type of biscuit.
And this is the thing, and this is where the trail runs cold, because what do Americans call what we call cookies?
Chocolate chip cookie, probably.
Specifically, and to them, that's a type of biscuit.
No.
Great.
To them, that's a cookie. It's a type of cookie.
Oh, a type of cookie, yeah, and then to them, a biscuit is a totally different thing, like a cakey thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, to them, an Oreo is a cookie.
That's just not right, is it? That's just not right.
I mean, it is weird that a whole country has managed to be wrong so consistently.
I know. Who'd have thought? A couple of 100 million of people there, all wrong. But the good thing about biscuits, and the thing, which is why I'm quite a fan of this topic was come up with by me? It was you, yeah. And the reason I like this one is because biscuits are so versatile. They're just so...
There's genuinely thousands of biscuits.
So much to choose from. And I'm looking at... There's a Wikipedia page for list of cookies. As always, the link will be in the show notes. And I'm scrolling through. There's thin ones, fat ones, round ones, square ones, rectangular ones, multicoloured ones, monochromatic ones. All kind, different ones. There's like shortbread on here. Apparently that's being filed under.
Dude, shortbread.
I don't know if that's...
So good.
Is that a biscuit? Is that a cookie? I don't know anymore.
No, it's bread. Obviously.
Bread. That's made the list. Bread has made the list somehow.
Bread is a cookie.
Bread confirmed.
Which is also a biscuit.
Which is also a biscuit, and Lord knows where that would take us. But there's all kinds of far too many for us to discuss.
The thing is, the thing that really gets me is when I was originally considering what my answer was going to be, I was thinking of brands. I was thinking of like, you know, Oreos, Maryland biscuits.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any more that I can come. Fucking McVitie's, Digestives, Rich Tea, Hobnobs, Jammy Dodgers, Party Rings.
God, yeah,
the
list goes on.
So many, but there's so many unbranded. Like a macaroon type of biscuit, a macron, also a type of biscuit.
It's crazy.
And then, like,
it's crazy.
Nice biscuits. I forgot those even existed.
What country do they come from?
They're 100% British.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it's from France, it might be a Nice biscuit.
Not Nice biscuit.
But no, I've scrolled down to them. No, I've never seen one of these before in my life. It's just the most generic looking biscuit.
Yeah, they have nice written on them.
Yeah, with the word nice written on it, which is quite funny. I'm also looking, because on this page, right, you've got the name of the biscuit, a picture of the biscuit, and then it's country of origin, which really exposes like how many... They're a global food. Like, some of them have got crazy, like, Swiss names. I'm seeing Germanic ones. I'm seeing black and white cookie. Okay, that's maybe not the most exotic example.
Yeah, they look sick, though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just half and half.
They look awesome.
They look very cool. Half black, half white. And then you start to encounter ones like Bourbon biscuit, which I know both of us are very familiar with. And again, this is going to be a very UK-oriented episode. So Bourbon biscuit is... I mean, how would you describe it, Luke? Like,
it's a chocolate biscuit with chocolate cream in the middle.
Yeah, two rectangular chocolatey pieces of biscuit. Kind of like a rectangular Oreo. Imagine that, with a lighter chocolate and then a creamy chocolate fill in the middle. Which is a staple. That to me is almost the definitive biscuit. Not quite the definitive, because it is a bit funky, like this like sandwich thing going on, but it's a very biscuity biscuit.
For me, that's one of the like 5 or like base element biscuits.
Right, 5 base element biscuits. Luke's 5 base element biscuits.
Are you ready?
Go.
Bourbon.
Yes.
A cookie. A chocolate chip cookie.
A chocolate chip cookie.
A chocolate chip.
Okay.
A bourbon.
Yeah.
What?
You filed chocolate chip cookie under biscuit and not cookie. That's what the Americans do.
What?
A chocolate chip cookie isn't a biscuit.
A chocolate chip cookie is a biscuit.
No, it isn't.
What is a chocolate chip cookie then?
A cookie.
Cookies are a type of biscuit.
No, they're not. They're their own thing. Did we not just
spend...
Oh
my god. Are we going to have to
We have to stop the podcast and fight.
We're gonna have to find out what we think cookies are. Cookies slash
yeah,
biscuits are.
I guess
before
it
we
is
begin.
somewhat subjective. I mean,
Well, okay. What about a Maryland cookie?
that's a cookie
Why is that not a biscuit?
because it's a cookie.
If I take the chocolate chips out, what is it?
A cookie. Like I've stuck.
What the? What?
You'd make cookie batter. That's its own separate thing. Luke, do you also are you a true believer that bread is also a biscuit? Because we joked about earlier.
I think shortbread is a biscuit.
Luke, do you think bread is a biscuit?
No, I don't think bread is a biscuit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached that conclusion.
But speaking of, that's also one of the base elements, shortbread.
Shortbread. Okay, that's also on the list. So that's 3, I think.
And then we'll put like rich tea on there, which I hate, despite. I've mentioned rich tea a couple times. We'll get back to it.
Okay, great. We'll come back around.
And then the final last element of biscuit.
Yeah.
Why did I make 5 elements?
I don't know, 5. It's the periodic table of biscuits. If someone wants to mock that up, it's got like shortbread, which is SH, and then, cookies,
Didn't come up with a 5th one. Let's go with like.
I mean, did you say
the gingerbread man?
Gingerbread man. I mean, surely that asks too many questions. Is a gingerbread man a biscuit? It can't be, right?
We can't have this conversation.
We'll save it for favourite gingered goods.
Gingerbread man is a biscuit. Why would you say it's not? Go onto the Wikipedia page right fucking now, Harry.
Control F. Gingerbread. Oh, okay, it is on the list. Gingerbread man.
Look at the first line of the Gingerbread Man Wikipedia page for me.
The actual page itself. A gingerbread man is a biscuit or cookie made of gingerbread, usually in the shape of a stylized human.
Why? Okay, hold on. What does Wikipedia define a cookie as?
Because
cookies are baked or cooked food that is typically small, flat, and sweet. It's the same as a biscuit.
But it doesn't say a cookie is a type of biscuit that is typically small, flat, and sweet.
In most English-speaking countries, except for the United States and Canada, crisp cookies are called biscuits.
Chewier biscuits are sometimes called cookies, even in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
So, I don't even know if Wikipedia has the answer here. Our go-to staple resource for playing favourites.
Maybe there is no answer.
Maybe that's this sort of weird language limbo that cookies have fallen into.
The thing, I'm essentially going with any baked good that goes soft as it gets stale. I go back to the law.
Fair
the taxmen decided this, and I will listen to
Fair
them.
enough. And I would go as far as say, if it's on this Wikipedia list for list of cookies, then I think it qualifies for this episode. I think everything on here.
You might have just changed my favourite single-handedly.
Oh my god, okay.
Because there's a thing on this list that I don't know if it should be allowed.
Well, in that case, I'll let you, in your heart, decide. And I'll let the listeners at home decide as well.
We'll talk about it when we get to my favourite. Because I don't think I will change my favourite. But this is a high-tier biscuit.
Well, in that case, look, I'd like to ask you the question of what makes a good biscuit? What are the things you're after? If you go to, say, there's a spread.
Okay, well, can we talk about my least favourite biscuit, which is a topic that comes up every now and then on this podcast, but I need to talk about how much I hate rich tea biscuits.
I can tell. I mean, you've been dropping clues as we've gone along. What is it, Luke? What is it with you and rich teas?
They're nothing. There's no crunch. There's no flavour. It's like the textural sense is that of like thick paper.
Yeah,
which is sometimes known as cardboard.
There you go. But I wouldn't describe rich tea as good. They're very sort of crumbly and soft. Made for dunking. I would say that rich tea. How do you feel about dunking a rich tea?
Rich tea biscuits are only good with tea, which I guess is probably why they're called that, huh?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
But like, if I ever made a thing that's only good given the context of having a different tertiary product along with it.
Yeah, okay.
That's a bad product.
Yeah, I can see your point. See, I don't mind eating a rich tea on its own. I don't mind. I think it's got its own flavor. It's not plain. Whereas for me, a plain digestive, just its own. No way. I don't go anywhere near it. I don't mean the same room.
Don't you dare.
I don't mean be on the same planet as a plain digestive.
Plain digestive biscuits are perfect because of their malleability.
They're so flexible.
I can. Okay, have I told you about a regular treat I do for myself
Go on.
using digestive biscuits.
Hit me.
Yeah, you get a digestive biscuit.
Yeah.
You take a nice little jar of chocolate spread,
Okay.
and you take a knife, and you
Okay.
take a little scoop of the chocolate spread,
Yeah.
and you put it on your biscuit,
Whack it on
and then
there.
you put the other digestive biscuit on top, and you've got a little bit of digestive biscuit chocolate
Luke
sandwich.
the Cobb special. I see.
That's the Cobb special.
I mean,
right
the thing
there.
is, and you're doing that with plain digestives.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's interesting because I thought, and if you'd have gone down this route, I would have left the room, because what I do, I have a little treat method thing. But what I'll do is I'll use a chocolate digestive biscuit, which is this sort of very plain biscuit with a layer of chocolate on top, and I'll put a big blob of squirty cream. Why is that so difficult to say? Squirty cream on there.
That sounds really
which
good.
is really good and probably very unhealthy, but it's a nice little.
Also, I'm pretty sure
treat.
that is. Hold on.
Does that make it a scone?
I need to do it. I need to do a good. There's like an American dish, and I can't remember what it's called.
Okay.
But it uses graham crackers, which are like the American equivalent of
Of a digestive?
digestives.
Okay.
And you like break up the graham crackers,
Because
and you
that's interesting. So, because I've never had a graham cracker,
make
and
like
so I don't know. Like, they're not on the list. They're not on the biscuit list. I don't know what a graham cracker is.
they're kind of more savory, I think.
Oh, as in like we've got Jacob's crackers, like, just cream crackers. Like, they're more like one of them.
Not that savory, no. But
Too savory. Okay.
yeah, that's too savory.
Right.
They're used for s'mores a lot.
Yeah. See, yeah. Again, I've never had one.
God, I can't remember what it's called. But you like break up the graham crackers and you put them on the bottom of the tray, and then you put like whipped cream on top, and then like chocolate,
Wow.
and you bake it all, and then it's just like a big old baked
Ooh,
graham cracker tray.
that sounds good. I like the sound of it. Oh.
Sounds really good, and it's definitely not a thing we do here, because we don't have graham crackers over here, because we have digestives.
Digestives instead, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. They seem so prevalent that like it's kind of surprising that there's just no company. I assume it's trademarked or it's registered copyright or something.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But we just never get them. It's very strange. They're very difficult to get. Also, not a biscuit. So, regardless, I'm scrolling through this list, and as I said before, it's a very international thing. There's a lot of biscuits I'm seeing. There's biscuit rolls and there's Bourbons there, as we talked about. What's your view on sandwich versus flat with either something on top or just plain?
Sandwich versus flat.
Yeah, so like Bourbons and custard creams and stuff like that versus...
Entirely depends on the filling.
Okay.
Custard cream,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
That stings. That's a stinger.
I'm sorry, Harry, but
okay.
see
that
I'm not a custard cream man. Pretty much any other filled biscuit,
yeah.
I am a fan, but I do think that most filled biscuits sacrifice the quality of the biscuit for the filling.
I guess so, but I know, to me it's a holistic experience. You experience it all in one bite. You get the cream in there. You've got the biscuit itself. I
mean, you're right, but I do feel that my point is most conceptualized by Oreos.
Yeah, okay.
Because I have an opinion on Oreos.
What's your opinion?
Plain, regular Oreos?
Yeah.
Not fussed.
Okay.
Oreo double stuff.
Oh, now you're talking.
The biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
But also, Oreo thins. I'm a very big fan.
That's illegal.
Very simply.
Yeah, okay.
Very simply.
Yeah.
It's all in the ratio, baby.
Man, what?
It's all in the ratio.
But that doesn't make any sense because you...
It does.
Okay.
Because it's not the amount of cream.
Yeah.
It's the amount of cream compared to the amount of biscuit. If I've got a lot of biscuit, I want a lot of cream.
Yeah.
If I don't have very much biscuit, less cream is okay, so long as there's still enough cream.
But Oreo...
Right?
I guess so. Oreo thins have thinner biscuits as well, don't they?
They do, exactly.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's why Oreo thins have thinner biscuits and thinner cream, but the cream is only slightly thinner than regular cream.
Yeah.
Whereas the biscuit is much thinner than the regular biscuit.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take. I'd love to see the maths done to see if like are Luke's taste buds so precise that like if we looked at the ratio, is it the same ratio of biscuit to cream in both Oreo thins and Oreo double stuff, and then regular Oreos break that ratio? Like, or are they both wildly different?
Did you know that there's also Oreo mega stuff?
You're shitting me. What?
Yeah.
I was just about to get on, Luke. I was just about to get on to how double stuff. I can't go back. I can't have not double stuff Oreos anymore.
Well, I'm so sorry to tell you that it gets more. There's also Oreo the most stuff.
You're just making this up. What? I like that. Hilariously enough, they've spelt stuff wrong.
Stuff with one F.
With one F on Oreo mega stuff.
It looks actually horrible.
No, this looks incredible. This is everything I've ever wanted. And then look.
I love, as previously spoken, it's all in the ratio.
No, not for me. It's all the cream.
I do think that the ratio hits a point. Hold on. I'm graphing out in my mind.
Okay.
It's not an inverted bell curve.
Okay.
It's a regular bell curve.
Okay.
But the point is slightly further to the right. Because, I want more cream than I do biscuit. I've closed my eyes for this, by the way.
You sat visualizing.
I'm like in my mind palace, moving the points of the graph around.
You're so dedicated to your art, Luke. But yeah, for me, it's all in the stuff for Oreos. If I could eat just a tub of the stuff, I would. The biscuit's almost irrelevant. Often what I'll do is you can't do this with regular Oreos, but with double stuff, what you can do is you can take them and put them vertically in your mouth, so the Oreo is stood up, and just bite through the cream. Oh,
absolutely!
I love it. I love to see it. So I'm very happy with that.
Would you buy Oreos that were just stuff?
Yeah. I like that you say Oreos that are just stuff, not a big tub of stuff. Like they're still little roundlets, still little like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would. I'd eat them, and I would feel good about myself.
And now I understand why you don't like thins.
Yeah, that'll be it. I mean, because
it's just less stuff.
It's just less stuff. You've ruined me, Luke. I'm going to be exclusively importing the most stuff Oreos.
They're limited edition. I think they're done. I think there's none left.
You're kidding? Oh no.
How do you feel about those little mini Oreos? This is now just an Oreo podcast.
We'll come back to others.
Discussing our favorite Oreos.
I'm sure we'll come back to others later. Now, when it comes to the little ones, yeah, they're fine too. Oh, I don't mind them, but the biscuit's still good. I'll still happily eat it. But it is kind of just a vessel for the stuff to me. So I'll happily just eat that. I mean, you get Oreos are everywhere now. You get Oreo ice creams, Oreo brownies. I imported an Oreo brownie once from America. It had nothing to do with Oreos.
I'm sorry, Harry. These aren't biscuits.
Good point. Good point. And we should probably steer more on track.
I've been
corrupted.
You've veered too far off topic, and now the adjudicator has come in.
That's okay. Well, I've got something to bring us back, Luke. I've got something to put us back on topic. And that
Absolutely.
it's a new segment which we won't be able to do every week, and I don't have a name for it, and it might just be this week. But it's called UK Favorites. Favorite United Favorites. United.
I like United Favorites.
United Favorites. Okay, and I've got a list here of
the Kingdom of Favorites.
I've got a list here of the UK's top 20 biscuits. According to joe.co.uk, Luke, and I just want you to work your way down. What do you think's number one? What do you think is at the top of that list? Favorite UK's favorite biscuit.
Okay, how granular are we getting?
Oh, granular.
Like, as in, so digestives are a type of biscuit, but so are chocolate tops.
Oh, I need to get specific. Be specific.
Yeah, this is difficult.
What do you think's number one? What just comes to mind?
Number one.
You don't need to put too much thought into it.
It's gotta be chocolate digestives.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, number one.
Oh
chocolate
my
digestive.
God.
What do you think's number two? Not too dissimilar to the digestive.
Not too dissimilar.
Yeah, in that still in that sort of that bracket.
Hobnobs. Chocolate hobnobs.
You fucking got it. You're absolutely right. Number two, chocolate hobnobs. Number three, we're straying from
now for $10,000.
$10,000. Number three. Let's see if you can get all three. I'll be very impressed. What's number three, Luke? The UK's number third. Yeah, that works. Favorite biscuit. What do you think?
Bourbon.
Luke, you had $30,000. You've just lost
No!
$50,000. I'm so sorry. It's custard cream.
Custard cream! I knew it would
Custard
be!
cream.
It had to be one of the two.
Yeah, no, very close, very close. Yeah, and then going on to shortbread, which we talked about. Jaffa cake,
That's
number
fair.
5, which is...
That's not a biscuit.
Not a biscuit. It's a little bit illegal. By the way, a bit of trivia, bit of Playing Favourites trivia for you here. Jaffa cake can't be trademarked or copyrighted or anything because it's just 2 words. Jaffa is a type of orange, and cake is describing what it kind of sort of is. And so that's why you get like Sainsbury's own brand Jaffa cakes. And,
Makes sense.
Chocolate chip cookies on this list, which is a bit controversial. I'd say it's a UK list. But,
I was also thinking, like, is that gonna be on there?
Where do you think regular plain digestive placed? There's a top 20 biscuits. Where do you think that was on the list?
15th.
15th is Jammy Dodgers.
Wow, that's pretty low.
Digestives, do you think higher or lower in the top 20?
Lower.
Incorrect. Digestives are number 7 on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good word, digestives. You're doing great.
There you go. Jammy Dodgers are a very complex biscuit. They've got a lot of moving parts.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
not
really.
really.
Not literal moving parts.
It's mostly
static.
Jam between 2 biscuits.
Yeah, okay, you might be right. But like they've got the crazy shape with the sort of the
It does have a fun shape.
Sort of
They're also
oscillations
a really
around the edge.
nice biscuit. They might be the best biscuit of filled biscuits.
I think
They're not my favorite biscuit that is a filled biscuit.
yeah.
But if you gave me each filled biscuit without the filling,
yeah, okay.
I would enjoy Jammy Dodgers the most.
I think that's a good point. I think that's a good agreement. See, Jammy Dodgers I don't see in the wild enough. I'm thinking like if I'm at a party or something and there's a spread of biscuits, I don't think you're likely to see Jammy Dodgers.
Pie rings.
Yeah, and also like when it comes to stuffed biscuits, sandwich variety, you know, I'm thinking you're more likely these custard creams,
Sandwich style.
yeah, bourbons. You know, they're way more they're way more abundant. And I feel like you're more likely to encounter those.
I think it might be an off-brand situation.
Oh yeah?
Because bourbon isn't a brand.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Neither is custard cream.
Yeah, okay.
Jammy Dodger is.
Jammy Dodger is, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that means they're probably more expensive as well. So, but yeah, they are good. I'll absolutely second that. Yeah, Jammy Dodgers are good as well. There's a couple of different ones on this list. Number 20 is Viennese creams, which
I did want to talk about Viennese Whirls.
Viennese whirls. Yeah, I was going to say
they're
excellent.
They're lovely.
They're marvelous. Yeah,
Same with shortbread. Just good, like
Viennese
standard biscuit.
Yeah, Viennese whirls, and I used to get like a finger variety at uni.
Mhm.
They're very crumbly, very sort of milky. Would that be fair to say? Very sort of.
I have no idea what that even means in this context.
I don't know. They've got a particular sort of very sweet, milky sort of flavour to them. They're very good.
Okay.
If I was to recommend, see, here's the thing, right? If I was to recommend a biscuit to try, say someone was listening to this podcast and they'd never had a biscuit in their life, I think this. I don't know how that would happen. I think Viennese whirls or Viennese fingers or whatever. I think that's a good, flavourful jumping on biscuit.
That's why shortbread would also be on there.
Yeah, I reckon
that
so.
list.
But then, are they too? Have they strained? What's the past tense of stray?
They strayed too far.
Strayed. Yeah, have they strayed too far from what a biscuit is?
Strained too hard.
That's a mental image. Yeah, because when I think biscuit, I am thinking of digestives and bourbons and sandwich variety. You know, those kinds of things.
You're not thinking of cookies though. So
yeah, I don't know.
like I think the chocolate chip cookie gives you a good estimate. A Maryland cookie in particular. Keep talking about Maryland. We're doing a lot of free advertisement this episode.
That's okay. I mean, I would encourage people. Well, one thing I like to think Playing Favourites does is it makes people think about other styles, other varieties, other things they may not be familiar with.
Sandwich styles.
Yeah, you know, they might introduce them to other things via us talking about them that they weren't familiar with. Maybe people will be in the shop, you know, next week and they'll think, oh, you know what? Maybe I will pick up some Viennese whirls, you know, to give them a try.
I do want to see everyone send in pictures of them eating their favourite biscuits.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, if you could send those in, I'd love to see that.
Dunking them into tea if possible.
If possible. Ooh, dunking. You know what? That is something we have not spoken about much this episode, is the dunkability of biscuits.
Dunking is... okay.
Did you know it has its own Wikipedia page?
I didn't
Dunking,
know.
parentheses, biscuit.
Rather than basketball.
I suppose so, yeah. The first sort of section is titled Etiquette and Style, which is you want to make sure you're doing a stylish dunk.
What is the style of your
Exactly. Are you a backhander? Do you like rest on your fingers?
Tell you what, though, the dunking page on Wikipedia for Biscuit.
Yep.
It's got a really high impact picture.
Oh, well, it's like motion blur.
There's a lot of motion blur on this dunk.
On this biscuit. That is what is that? A Biscoff biscuit?
That is a Biscoff biscuit, which is also a biscuit we haven't talked about, which is high tier.
They're good. They're good for definitely good for dunking. I don't think I'd ever eat that on its own. They're very.
I would.
Heavy.
I have.
Wow. That's hardcore.
They're also really expensive.
Really, Jesus. Yeah, no, I don't want to treat myself. I want to get.
You can get Biscoff spread as well. Sorry, we keep. There's a lot of like biscuit related products.
True. Yeah, we had this with Oreos
that are not biscuits.
Yeah,
it's almost like every biscuit has an inherent desire to become something that is not a biscuit.
Okay, I've got a question for you then, Luke. If you were to take, and this, your answer may well exist, if you were to take something from a biscuit, it could be the filling, it could be the texture, it could just be the biscuit itself, and make it into something else, like how you've got Oreo brownies or Biscoff spread.
I'm doing biscuit transmutation.
Exactly, you've got your Philosopher's Stone out, and you're doing some transmutations. What biscuit would you take from to make something else? It's a very big question, I know.
That is a big one.
I mean, my answer will probably be Oreo spread. I just want a tub of it. I want like 6 litres at once. And maybe I can swim in it.
You know what I would really like?
What?
Gingerbread spread.
Oh, baby. Yeah, that is a strong answer. Wow, okay. What would that...
I like that answer so much. It has to already exist.
What? Interesting. What would you...
It does. Okay.
Gingerbread spread. What would you put it on?
Toast?
I guess so, yeah.
Biscuits?
Biscuits, yeah. That'd be good. Yeah, gingerbread... Yeah, okay, yeah. That's a good one. That's another one. That's another good action item for people. If you do... It's an inspired one. I don't want to just be like, oh, I want bourbons, but I could put it on toast. Like, if you maybe have a think, listener. And if you
I want bourbon, but on toast.
If you want bourbon on toast, let us know. What do the people have to say, Luke? What's the nation's favorite biscuits and other nations? All nations.
We got a lot of responses.
Wow. Okay.
And a lot of them are very reasonable.
My God, that's a first for the internet. To be fair,
but we're first going to address 2.
Yeah.
That are unreasonable.
Excellent.
Because one of them's wrong.
Okay, well, go ahead. What's wrong?
So, this one comes in from Kribu Harry.
Okay.
We've got Jaffa cakes.
Right, well, I mean, we've discussed at length. It's a good effort.
So we need to get into it. We need to talk about it.
I guess so. Do you like Jaffa cakes?
I love Jaffa cakes.
So do I. Like, I don't want to do them down. But not a biscuit.
Not a biscuit.
Famously not a biscuit. Like
there was a court case.
Yeah, they're so not a biscuit that I'm kind of even surprised they came up at all.
Legally, they are defined as not a biscuit. It's in the name.
Jaffa cake, yeah. They're called Jaffa biscuits. Although they did exist.
Although,
can you imagine?
I would eat a Jaffa biscuit.
2 pieces, it's like a bourbon. 2 pieces of sponge with jam in the middle. And then maybe the whole thing is coated in chocolate.
It can't be sponge though, Harry. What?
Okay, instead of sponge,
it's digested
around the outside, and then jam in the middle, and then chocolate covering the whole thing.
It.
Oh, that'd be so good. No, maybe as a spin-off. I mean, there's those Jaffa cake. There's Jaffa cake like balls.
I prefer just a regular Jaffa cake. I'm kind of a purist.
I can hear it in your voice. You sound depressed.
Yeah, no, you've really affected me.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm actually depressed because I googled Jaffa biscuits and didn't find anything.
I'm so sorry. I'll keep you in my thoughts. I mean, yeah, Jaffa cake, not much to say, really. Not much to say. Doesn't really qualify for the topic of the episode. Not really a biscuit. I like them, but there's not much to be said.
To make it clear, like, there was actually, like, a legal dispute on whether or not Jaffa cakes were a cake or a biscuit because of tax reasons, because it was cakes are taxed as a luxury item, whereas biscuits in the UK are seen as a necessity.
Which is hilarious and quintessentially British.
The deciding factor was the fact that Jaffa cakes go hard if you let them go stale.
Don't take my word on this, and don't tell this to your friends, because I think this is misinformation. I don't want to spread it, right? But didn't they bake a giant Jaffa cake as some way of testing it? Like, somehow that factored into the testing procedure. They baked a giant Jaffa cake.
Was this part of the case?
I think
or
maybe.
just...
I think so. I don't know what to do. I've put bake a giant Jaffa cake, and I've just got recipes, but...
Giant Jaffa cake court case.
Yeah. Oh, I think, okay, everyone tell your friends, I think I was right. Hold on. I'm on curses.co.uk, link in the show notes. During the court battle between McVitie's and Her Majesty's Customs and Excise, McVitie's baked a giant Jaffa cake to prove that Jaffa cakes were really cakes and not biscuits. It was a long and costly dispute, but McVitie's finally tasted sweet success, and Jaffa cakes were finally recognised as chocolate-covered cakes.
I wish you would have ended that with saying that the McVitie's versus Her Majesty's Royal, whoever the fuck they were, had a trial by combat.
Oh, can you imagine?
With their Jaffa warriors.
Yeah, they now nominate a champion to fight on their behalf. It's got like Captain America's shield, but it's a Jaffa cake.
Jaffa cake.
Yeah,
that's what they baked the big Jaffa cake.
Exactly, to use it so a man could use it, and then like Her Majesty's whatever the fuck, they've got like they're double wielding like chocolate fingers, something like that. There's like two blades. Oh man,
it's a gingerbread man.
So, yeah, they're fighting a gingerbread man. It's like a 9-foot golem that he's gonna slay with big Jaffa cake. Oh, that is. Oh. I'd love to see that. What else? Give me another one. What other biscuits does the world like?
Chicken biscuit.
Oh.
Afroman. That one was from Afroman. He said chicken biscuit. It's funny because he's American.
And they have chicken biscuits, which I can't even remember what they are.
They're like savoury scones with a biscuit in the middle. They actually look sick as hell. I'm so mad that they get them and we don't, because I'd love a chicken biscuit. I think I might actually die for a chicken biscuit. If you told me, Luke, I'll make you the greatest chicken biscuit on the planet. It'll have like fucking that good gravy on top and some pickles and like some fucking, I don't know what else you have with a chicken biscuit.
Okay.
And then after you eat it, I will put a single bullet in your head. I would take the biscuit, I think.
Okay, now I'm a little bit afraid, but that's okay. Because I'm looking at this. This just looks like a McChicken sandwich. Like, it's just a... But you're saying it's a scone. There's like a scone element to it.
That's a scone right there,
so,
buddy.
So, in theory, could you just buy a McDonald's breakfast McMuffin?
No, because the scones we get over here are sweet.
Oh, so in America, they're different
these
scones.
Biscuits are not.
Okay, that's a shame. They do look quite good. I won't like that. It's sort of... if people don't know, it's just imagine a scone, but instead of like jam and cream in the middle, you've just got like a deep fried piece of chicken by the looks of it. And just whack that in the middle.
Buttermilk chicken.
Ooh, yeah. No, it does look appetizing. However, it's not a biscuit.
Not on this tier list.
I don't see on what planet this could be. Like, because I get in America, they've got this weird different definition where like a scone is a biscuit, right? Fine. But now you've introduced chicken into it. And it's such a far cry. This just does not qualify for anything, except maybe being delicious. I don't know.
Afroman also said a chocolate chip cookie, which, as far as I'm concerned, is also a wrong answer.
He's causing nothing but problems. Nothing but problems from this man.
Okay. I think that's a totally valid answer, but Harry, biscuit purist.
Yeah, I mean, fine. It's acceptable. I like chocolate chip cookies. They're a good staple. They're nice. They taste good. Domino's cookies, dear Christ. I mean... Like, I was a bit weirded out by Luke talking about how he'd die for chicken biscuits. Like, if you wanted to take 20 years of my life for infinite Domino's cookies, like, yes, in a heartbeat.
But what about one? 1 year of your life for one Domino's cookie.
The difference between my situation and yours is I could just buy Domino's cookies. So, like, if I die, I can no longer...
I could just make a chicken biscuit.
I guess so. I believe that'd be a lot of work, you'd have to, like...
It's not the point, is it?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, so cookies, yeah, fine, sure. What else?
We got 2 responses from Matt and Lime.
Okay.
Of hobnobs. Hobnobs.
Hobnobs. Excellent. Excellent choice.
Which, yeah, I mean, we haven't really spoken at great length about hobnobs.
How do you feel about them?
I Love hobnobs.
Yeah, me too.
I really like OT biscuits.
Original trilogy biscuits. What?
I'm a big fan of oats.
Little Yodas. Oh, okay. You like those oats.
OT biscuits.
OT biscuits.
I just love anything with a lot of oats in it.
I guess I couldn't. I don't know if I could distinguish.
Much like a horse. I'm
You
a big fan of oats.
love oats. That's very sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, that hobnob's excellent. Chocolate or plain? Which do you prefer?
Oats.
Oats, just a sprinkling of oats on top.
Don't even bother putting it into a disc for me.
Just a taste. Yeah. We'll have whatever. Like before they've come out the factory.
Don't even cook them up. Just hand me a big bowl of oats.
Like on the production line, Luke's just there at the end of the conveyor as the oats are going off the conveyor and into like the cooking pot, or whatever, into his mouth. Oh man, yeah, fair enough. And you said two people gave that one, that answer.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. So look, as an honourable mention, actually, we were talking about this episode yesterday, and I asked my 10-year-old sister, what her favourite biscuit was.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? What do you think a child's favourite biscuit would be? A 10-year-old.
Okay. They're not just a child, Harry. They're your relative.
Okay. Oh, so what?
Think about the fact that your opinions are usually wrong.
Okay.
So hers are probably wrong too.
Okay.
So her favourite biscuit is probably a party ring.
Party ring.
Yeah.
Good shout. And I feel like if you'd said that to her, like she, like if I'd have
She
thought of
would've
that,
changed her
yeah,
mind.
she'd go, oh yeah, I like party rings. So like, I don't know, take this with a pinch of salt. But she said a chocolate digestive was her favorite.
What?
Favorite
Oh,
biscuit.
shit, she was almost correct.
Which is very reasonable. It's a very reasonable answer.
That's not a 10-year-old's opinion.
Exactly.
That's a 22-year-old's opinion.
But that's why I like that you forgot your own age there for a moment.
I was gonna say a fictional age, and then I realised it was funnier if I said my own.
In that case, Luke, I know.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready to share.
All right.
It's going to be a little bit weird.
You know how this has to go first.
I know you
before
like to guess. Yeah. What do you think?
The thing is, I think I might know.
Okay, all right.
I think I might know yours, and I think I might know it because of something you said earlier.
Oh, okay. What did I say?
It was when I insulted custard creams.
Okay.
It tipped me off. You responded in a manner only befitting the custard cream stan. And that's you, Harry.
So you're saying my favourite biscuit is a custard cream?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, Luke, I can tell you that my favourite biscuit is not a custard cream. However...
I'm not going to hit that cold shot for months.
No, not after Brazil, I'm telling you. However, probably second or third place. Probably
Okay.
second. Very
Fair.
held in very high regard. And they're probably my favourite common biscuit. My favourite is a little bit more... You don't often see them in the wild.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But Luke,
Go ahead.
I'm going with the people. My favourite biscuit is a chocolate hobnob.
Are you fucking kidding? You can't do this.
It's a chocolate hobnob. We just
He's appealing to the
speaking
masses.
I'm not playing the meta here, not just so people go, oh yeah, you know. No, I think it's
You
like
already won last week's poll.
exactly.
After
Beat on
this
fictional
week.
bears. I'm trying to get that approval rating up. Now I'll tell you, I love chocolate hobnobs. They're like a digestive dialed up to 11. It's like you've taken a chocolate digestive and added in more flavour, more oats, more deliciousness, a lovely texture, a complex texture that goes in there. There's several forms depending on what you like. You've got the chocolate one, the milk chocolate, the plain, probably some of the fourth one. I don't know. I didn't do that much research into it. It keeps that versatility despite all this, despite its complexedness. It can be dunked, it can be eaten plain. I almost name dropped it earlier when I was talking about my squirty cream technique. I'll happily do that on a chocolate hobnob as well. It's even better.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
so...
That is upsetting.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not upsetting. That's a totally reasonable favourite.
How do you feel about chocolate
I
hobnobs?
do agree, I think. Well, I don't agree. It's not my favourite, but
But you like them.
it's definitely a reasonable favourite, yeah.
Okay.
It's totally...
Can I tell you a couple of things about them?
A couple facts
Yeah,
about
because
hobnobs.
there's all the usual stuff. You know, they started in 1985. They're a very sort of modern biscuit, I guess. I mean, 35 years or so.
I thought they seemed like an ancient biscuit.
I also kind of thought
As
that.
old as time.
Yeah, but I feel like because they feel like they're building off of they're building off the foundation that Chocolate Digestive built. I feel like they're sort of building off of that. Their primary ingredients are rolled oats and jumbo oats, which I didn't know existed, but I love that name, jumbo oats. And Wikipedia states that it's, in quotes, similar to a flapjack digestive biscuit hybrid. I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Kinda.
I guess so. I found it...
It's much more digestive, I think, than it is flapjack.
Yeah.
But, like, it's got all
the
the
components.
oats.
Yeah, it's maybe factually true, and this is Wikipedia's flaw of only being able to deal in logic. Most logically true. I don't know if I'd associate those concepts together. It's the third most popular biscuit in the UK to dunk into tea. I've put dunk in air quotes because it was on the Wikipedia page. So that's nice. And also, Luke, this one's one of my favourites. Originally, when they first launched, Hobnobs had the title, the tagline of "One nibble and you're nobbled." One nibble and you're nobbled, which was later which was later removed. And apparently, despite I've never heard it in the wild, it's since been brought back, but changed by adding "hob" to the last word. So one nibble and you're hobnobbled, which is just, what's the point? What's the point at that point? Like why are we still using this catchphrase of one nibble and you're hobnobbled? It's just no good. One nibble and you're hobnobbled. So maybe that's the weaker side. But yeah, for all the reasons I've said, Luke, that is why hobnobs are my favourite.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
fair enough.
I'm not gonna take it away from you.
Okay.
But I will say that it's not my favourite.
How far of a far cry is yours?
Quite far.
Quite
far indeed.
Okay. Well, I mean, hit me. What? Go for it. Drop your favourite. Do it. Pull the lever.
So my favourite has already been mentioned. In passing.
Okay, in that case, I want to guess.
Go ahead.
So which ones you liked? Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that it was quite far. And, this happens fairly often where one of our favourites will get mentioned. And we like sun hats. In episode 2, we talked a lot about sun hats. And then
consistently about it.
You revealed them. So I'm led to think that your favourite biscuit is an Oreo thin.
You're incorrect.
Okay.
I'm
not too surprised.
I'm not going to lead you on there.
But we have mentioned them. Okay, I'm curious to hear. Okay.
It's a gingerbreadman.
A gingerbreadman.
A gingerbreadman.
A gingered breadman. Okay, wow.
Gingered breadman.
Very on brand for you, I will say.
Exactly. First off, on brand.
Yeah, which is good. It's good to see that.
Second off, delicious. Third off, it's got that novelty factor that everyone loves. Any sort of food product with a little smiley face on it becomes much more delicious.
That's a good point.
Which is quite sinister now I think about it. But
yeah, as you tear its head off with your teeth, it's got a lovely smile on its face.
All I'm saying is, gingerbread biscuits apparently do have a significant time advantage over hobnobs. Apparently they date from the 15th century.
Wow. Okay, that's old. And is that as we see them today? Is that presumably with a little smiley face, or just like loosely human shaped?
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Figural biscuit making was practiced in the 16th century. So,
okay.
I guess so.
Yeah, very early on.
The first documented instance of figure-shaped gingerbread biscuits was at the court of Elizabeth I of England. So not only are gingerbread men old, they're also royalty.
Exactly,
so...
gingerbread kings, not just gingerbread men. Wow, little ginger crown on.
Little crowns.
Lovely.
Apparently, though, they were made to represent some of the important guests. Which I personally would find a little bit insulting.
Yeah. Got a bit morbid as well. It's like,
we're gonna
bite their head off and yeah. So weird. I wonder if people ate their own gingerbread biscuit, or was it like, oh look, darling, look, here's your gingerbread person, Trump. Yeah, like I wonder. That's interesting.
God, you're right. That is.
I feel a little bit guilty, Luke, because I do like gingerbread men, but like I couldn't eat more than one.
You can buy little bags of 10 from Tesco.
Oh yeah, okay.
Every now and then I'm picking up a bag of 10.
I guess so. Yeah, they're very. Do you like more ginger, less ginger? Like how gingery do you want them?
I'm not a massive fan of ginger flavor, weirdly enough.
As you say, I don't know how much.
But I like a mild ginger. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I have another interesting fact about gingerbread men.
Go ahead.
about the world's largest gingerbread man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was in 2009.
Yeah.
So far.
Created for the Jaffgate court case.
How much do you think it weighed?
To be slain by... I have no idea. Maybe... They're quite... Oh, it depends on the thickness as well, like the volume of the...
Mm-hmm.
I would guess... They're quite heavy biscuits anyway. I would fumble a guess at maybe 100 kilograms.
You are off.
Okay. Your voice is telling.
651 kilograms.
Crikey, Jesus, 650 kilograms. Wow. I'm trying to put that into...
like... How much does a car weigh?
I mean, an African bush elephant is 6,000 kilograms. So a tenth of an elephant.
That's pretty heavy. It's like half a small car.
Wow. Okay, that's fairly reasonable actually, but that is still a lot. Was it eaten? They're
I have no idea. Right? Like, it doesn't say. It was made in Oslo, Norway.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Do you want to know the ingredients? Which is a strange listing to have on the Guinness World Records page.
I guess in case you want to make it at home.
It's a gingerbread man.
Oh, good point, yeah. Is there anything unusual in there?
No.
Did they do, like, all the trimmings and little buttons and, like, little things?
No, it is just a large biscuit.
There's just, like, a river of icing that they had to apply by helicopter.
It's huge, by the way. Like, there are several men, like, stood around it.
Wow, okay. Well, if people want to check that out, that'll be in the show notes. Do you like all the little trimmings and all the little buttons and stuff?
I do, yeah. I love a gingerbread house.
Gingerbread house, you'd eat the whole house.
I love the concept of, like, sitting around.
Okay.
Making a little...
Right, playing favourites headcanon. Luke has, like, a diorama in his attic made entirely of gingerbread. A little gingerbread railway and gingerbread houses and gingerbread people. And he'll go in and pretend to be Godzilla as he, like, marches through and, like, picks up a house. He's making all the noises, and he'll bite into it, and, like, he'll do all the voices for the people too, like, oh no, help me! And he'll pick him up and then, like, bite their head off, and his mum comes in, and he's like, he feels all embarrassed.
I don't do that. I actually have an entire gingerbread city built to scale.
To scale, yeah, exactly.
And I live my life in there, and also there is a gingerbread Godzilla that comes at the end of every night.
And attacks. It's like lovely in the day, it's lovely and merry, happy-go-lucky and everything. And then at night, all the people close their gingerbread curtains and go into their gingerbread houses, into their gingerbread bunkers, equipped with gingerbread shotguns. In case the worst should happen. It's actually quite tragic. Yeah, well, there we go, Luke. Crikey. I mean, I don't know if there's much more biscuit chat to be had. I mean, there absolutely is, because this list goes on for several miles, but I think we've covered enough.
Hold on, wait. We haven't even thrown in any biscuit-related puns into this episode. Hold on. Let's just pack them all in at the end.
I mean, I was actually just going to sign off with like a little I got a little trivia fact that I was going to mention earlier but didn't.
Yeah.
And I forgot it. What was it? We were talking about something and we moved on.
Oh, crumbs.
Oh crumbs. I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Playing Favourites. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to get in contact with ideas for episodes, topics, what your favourite biscuits was, and who thought who had the best opinion out of me and Luke, Chocolate Hobnobs versus Gingerbread Men. We'd love to know. There'll be a poll that'll go up on Twitter when the episode's available for everyone. You can vote on that. Or just get in contact. We're on Twitter at PlayFavourites. Remember, favourites has a U in it because we're from the UK. There you go. There's your way of remembering it. It's got that U-K, like K-A-Y, like you were saying, okay. Yeah, there you go. Or you can get in contact, playingfavouritespodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you and see pictures of you dunking your favourite biscuits, eating your favourite biscuits, anything to do with the episode, anything to do with any episode. It'd all be cool and good. Yeah. Well, Luke, anything else to say? I feel like I did the intro too quick. What happened?
You did the intro too quick.
Yeah, I feel like I've missed it. It took like 30 seconds. Usually
we started the next intro.
Fuck it, the outro, you know what I mean? Twitter.
That's right, episode 6 starting right now.
The double bill. Favorite endings.
Cookies.
Favorite cookies. I'm doing it right now. Alright, well, my favorite cookie is